Hey guys, welcome back to the Kool-Aid Podcast. Welcome back to Season 2, Episode 86. On today's episode, we're going to be giving the Man United versus Barcelona preview, Europa League playoff. Let me introduce my co-host Alex.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Guys, as always, I post a link on Twitter at Kool-Aid Podcast 10. If any of you guys ever want to join onto the recording, basically just like add and give your thoughts and just basically talk with us, you're always welcome to. On Twitter, you just click on the link and then you'll be able to join at Kool-Aid Podcast 10. Now, Barcelona has a huge game this Thursday. Barcelona needs to win. I don't know if Xavi wants to win because we saw last week in the Camp Nou, I don't think he gave it the importance that it needed. Why are you going to rotate in such a big game? Why aren't you starting your best team possible? And now with the injuries, it doesn't seem likely that Barcelona are going to go through, and especially since Man United are basically coming into this tie with their strongest possible squad. It's going to be very hard for Barcelona to get the win at Old Trafford, but who knows? Let's have faith in the team, and let's see if we can do it. But Alex, what are your thoughts ahead of this game? How are you feeling? Talk to me.
Well, I think I speak for most Barca fans, similar to what you said when I feel like some dread coming into this game or I'm just, I'm feeling anxious. Um,
Damn.
and of course we have our reasons too, right? Like you said, Xavi put us. I mean, it's obviously the team's fault too, but Xavi put us in a tough spot
You
by
feel so
playing at
dead,
home.
bro.
I'm sorry.
You feel so exhausted right now.
Well, no. It's just I'm just thinking about the game and that's how it's got me. But no, it's
Exactly.
what you're saying. Um, I don't think it was the smartest decision to especially rest two of our best defenders, but I'm not the manager. I'm sure he had his reasons. Um, I think it's a very big mountain to climb to win at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Of course, though, it doesn't mean anything. Teams can play poorly. Teams can play great. We see top teams struggling all the time and underperforming, even with their best players. So I'm not saying we're a small team by any means or that we're severely the underdogs, but we are at a big disadvantage considering we're away from home with key players injured, and United are getting their starting players back.
Mm-hmm.
Now I will say this, just excuse me, I have a cough. Just because it's difficult doesn't mean it's impossible. Um, Upsets happen all the time, and I would consider this an upset given the circumstances. But then again, just because United are getting some of their starting players back, it's not guaranteed they'll perform great. Where we lost some, we gained some. We saw that Ferran Torres is playing well again. I mean, at least I thought he had a great game. We should start with our back line, and we obviously have to have faith in our midfield. Yes, our two best young, exciting talents are gone for some time, but that doesn't mean we can't work without them. The team isn't called Pedri or Gavi. As important as they are, we'll have to work out. We'll have to make it work without them. But yeah, to answer your question, I think going into this game, I have a lot of anxiety and just dread, man. It's just one of those things. I just want to get it over with. At the end of the day, we can see Europa League was never a priority for Xavi, and he showed it on the home game. So with that being said, listen, I love to win the Europa League, but if we can win the league, I'll be just as happy.
Okay. Okay. So you basically have this mindset of hey, if we win the Europa League, perfectly fine. If we don't, it's all right. Now that's completely fine by me. But I personally want to win this game. I don't think it's impossible at all. Even though Man United have been in fantastic form so far,
And they have a big advantage, like we said.
they have a big advantage. They have Rashford, who's been bang on in form, who's basically scoring every single game. And we've seen Old Trafford turn into a fortress. Barcelona are going to have a very tough task. It's going to be a very big challenge. I don't want Barcelona to go into another European night and have another embarrassment. We know that Barcelona in Europe, so in recent times, has not been great. Barcelona has been an absolute embarrassment in Europe so far in the past couple of years. If you see Xavi's record in Europe, he's only had one win in eight. He's only won against Victoria Pilsen at home at the start of the season, 5-1. That was the only win that Xavi has managed in Europe. The rest were draws and defeats. The two defeats against Bayern and were against Bayern, and Inter, and then the rest were all draws. It's not looking good at all, and this is an opportunity to basically change that up. Can we go through? And if we don't, I don't think it's going to be the end of the world, but it's not what we need.
Yeah,
Um,
it's also good to be a team that you have a lot of history with. Historically, we've dominated United in European competitions, but still, it's a great team with a lot of history
yeah,
and wonderful players and coaches. So it's still good to be tough opponents, to be good rivals. But like you said, I don't know how feasible it is given the lack of quality that we're experiencing. I mean, we obviously have quality all around, but we're missing two very key players. And United are in good form, and they're getting the players back. And they're doing it at home. Now, I wouldn't call Old Trafford a fortress as of now. I think it's still too soon to be calling it that. United have had one solid season. I don't think last season was solid at all.
oh, well,
Um,
look at it right now, like in recent
no, right,
times.
but I just from when I think of a fortress, I'm thinking of a team that when you play them at home, it's very hard to beat them. And I think might only be true for like the second half of the season,
Yeah,
or a little bit over the first half. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I just think I just don't think it matters. Obviously home advantage is a thing, and there's a reason teams win at home more easily than they do away. But ultimately I don't think it matters. I just think the team has to go there with it. If the team really wants to win, they'll do it anywhere.
yeah,
We beat Madrid at the Bernabeu, and I would say that's an actual fortress. Um, so I don't think that necessarily means anything.
true.
With all due respect, and that's not to banter United. It's just saying,
Oh,
I don't
but
think.
still, like guys on this channel, we hate Manchester United. Like honestly, personally, I despise. There's only two teams that I despise. It's Real Madrid and Manchester United. Both teams, well, Man United not so much. The only team I would say really that I would hate with a passion is Real Madrid. And
Yeah,
that's understandable.
yeah. For
Um,
me, it's Madrid and I
well,
got three:
Arsenal.
Madrid, Bayern, Arsenal. Yeah,
Well, Bayern, yeah. I don't know about Bayern, but I don't particularly like them. I don't dislike them. It's one of those things. But guys, this is the lineup that we are predicting. As you can see, Ter Stegen in goal, our usual back line, and I'm saying this right now. I'm saying this right now. If we don't see Christensen, if we don't see this back line, I'm turning off the TV off the bat.
yeah. I'm not even gonna bother.
I'm not even going to bother. If Barcelona does not have this back line, game's done and dusted. That's it. Congratulations, Manchester United. Congratulations on advancing into the Europa League. Just because Marcos Alonso, guys, yes, he's a great squad player. He isn't Christensen. Christensen versus Cadiz was fantastic. You saw like how much of a rock and a calming presence he basically had on that pitch. And then Balde, when you see the space that Jordi Alba had, if Balde was on the end of those, he could
Yeah,
have
it would have been a
exploited.
different story.
He could have exploited that time again. We are going to see the return of Sergio Busquets. Unfortunately, Usman Dembele is not going to be able to make it. I was actually debating this with Alex. Are we going to go with that four-man midfield? Because okay, both Rafinha and Ferran Torres, their best position is on the right hand side. And that's so weird. Like all of our best wingers,
All right,
they all
wingers.
are right wingers. No one plays on the left. No person who plays on the left is Ansu Fati. But Ansu Fati is has been very poor. And if we have Ferran Torres on the left, I don't think that's his best position. We saw his best minutes on the Barcelona on the right hand side. And it's so difficult because he had some amazing minutes against Cadiz. I think one of the best minutes in the Barcelona shirt. Rafinha has been amazing. Lewandowski, I think that goal against Cadiz is going to do him a world of good and basically boost him with confidence. So, do you start Ansu Fati even though he's not on great in
No,
confidence? But the
no,
position it does suit him more. Could he
no.
be?
But the thing is, I wouldn't. I know where you're going with this. I'm sorry if I interrupt you, but
No,
I
go for it.
wouldn't just because I think you gotta consider: do you play what's do you play your quality or what's like ideal? Like ideally, yeah, we'll be playing with an actual left winger, but that's just not the case, right? It's There's a reason it's ideal. We're not in that scenario right now. I would I would go with this winger setup. I don't think Ferran Torres plays bad on the left. I just think he plays better on the right. And if he can give us half a decent performance there, create a couple chances, I'm happy with it. I remember last season when we beat Madrid 4-0. Um,
No,
the,
yeah,
the
last season for Ferran Torres, he was our left winger.
he
He
was our
did,
left winger and he scored.
uh-huh,
I think he scored a goal like that. So listen,
yeah.
he's played left wing for Spain, I believe. So I think he's capable of doing it. Um, I just think we can do the same for Rafinha. Rafinha doesn't have that flexibility, and honestly, he's been good on the right. So and he was great against United on the first leg. So
Okay,
I
okay.
honestly, I would go for that attack. What scares me the most is the midfield.
That midfield does not fill me with confidence at all.
Yeah,
An option that I was thinking about that I would like to see Xavi try is, how about this? You basically have a pivot of Frankie de Jong and Busquets, and then in the attack, we basically have a 4-2-3-1. Um, Basically have Rafinha as the 10, Ferran Torres out on the right. And then on the left, hey, if you want to add a midfielder, you can. Or if you want to, for example, add Ansu Fati, go very attack minded. Because that midfield doesn't have much creativity. Like,
you said your two pivots would be De Jong and Busquets.
yeah, it'd be Dion Busquets.
I
Because
mean, I guess that could work. I just if you had Fati, then you're giving up like some defending and some needed defense
okay,
in the
okay, okay.
midfield.
So then what happens if you do this? If you have that 4-2-3-1, because I want to have Ferran Torres on the right, and Rafinha plays as a 10. He said that that's a position he's comfortable in. Um, in the center of the pitch, that's not far off. Uh, on the left hand side, that's where the issue. You can have, for example, Frankie De Jong in that position, and then you have Kessie and Busquets as a pivot role. Or if you want, you can have Kessie on the left, and then Frankie De Jong and Busquets in that CDM role. That's an option for Xavi if,
I
if
mean,
you if you want.
I think that's a great option. I just don't think Xavi's gonna do it. I don't think he's very flexible with changing the team like that. Obviously, it's a big risk to take on a game like this.
Xavi so far in the European matches has not filled me with confidence. Barcelona has been chaotic. They haven't been good. I really hope we win this game just because we need it. We need it. We need to
Mhm.
show, and especially, well, guys, we're basically gonna record our UCL roundup tomorrow. Just our review of the matches. But today, what a performance from Real Madrid! Real Madrid absolutely lubricated and dominated Liverpool in Anfield. We cannot go on Thursday and basically be an embarrassment. We can't get knocked out after the performance at Real Madrid. We will not hear the end of it. But Alex, score predictions:
I think we win 1-0.
1-0,
Yeah.
clean sheet. Rashford isn't scoring.
I don't think Rashford should have scored. I thought that was a defensive mistake from Ter Stegen, but
Okay, okay, okay. You're going with that, guys. I'm gonna go with for a 2-1 Barcelona win. I think we are gonna concede. I think Rashford is gonna score, but I believe our attacking firepower is gonna be. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go 2-1. I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna go 2-1. I think Barcelona is just gonna have that extra edge, even though it's at Old Trafford. It's gonna be a tough match, but I have faith in Barcelona to get the job done and go through the competition. Guys, that was it for tonight's episode. As always, I post a link on Twitter if you guys want to join. If you guys want to basically discuss with us, feel free, click the link, and then you'll be able to join the basically the recording session. But as always, guys, let subscribe and comment, and let us know what are your thoughts ahead of this game. What are your feelings? How are you feeling ahead of this game? And we'll see you guys all on the next episode, guys.
I guess.